SK going to put something away nice?
All right, we can get started with the draft. SK has the first ban, and they went with Abathur, not surprisingly.
Abathur is pretty much every single game. I mean, have we ever seen it? Okay, I have seen an Abathur come through last night, but it didn't work out because, well, it was the Haunted Mines, and we all know how the Haunted Mines are.
Yeah, and that's why sometimes he's not even banned on Haunted Mines, if that does happen to be the map you play on. And now we have the ban out of My Insanity coming up, and it's felt that surprisingly enough.
He was pretty powerful last game, but the issue is that leaves open Tychus, and
Yep, he is picked up first.
yeah,
And last game they picked up Falstad first and went for Tychus second. And now we have the first initial picks here for My Insanity, which is Tassadar. And I would expect Uther again. But
yeah.
let's see what they make happen here.
On the flip side, though, if we're looking at Uther here, you could also argue that they aren't going to pick up Uther because SK Gaming might want to pick up Rhaegar again. To
Yeah,
go
but
with the
I don't know.
Tychus.
I've in the last week or so, Rhaegar has a little bit fallen out of favor. At least in Europe. You still see him picked every once in a while, but then again, there aren't that many main supports that you can go for. And I don't know, I wouldn't see him picked up as one of the first heroes here. And we see Illidan on My Insanity's side really early on.
They really want to get rid of both of those assassins, I imagine. I mean, last game they banned out the Illidan, and this game they ban out the Falstad and immediately pick up the Illidan just to make sure that SK cannot pick up Illidan. I mean, this is totally respecting SK in that regard.
And SK going for Stitches.
Yeah, same picks as last time. I mean, Stitches, and then probably are they going to follow it up with a Nubarak?
I would like to see it. BKB did a really good job on him, and he's a really solid warrior, one of those dynamic heroes that you can play in a variety of roles. And, well, it's Uther. But
yeah, it is going to be Uther, so yeah, that doesn't combo all that well with the Tychus Odin. I mean, Uther, well, giving a lot of healing over time and a lot of burst heal as well, but the ultimate burst coming out of Rhaegar with his ancestral healing, I don't know. I really like that with a second health bar hero, and given that we now have Tassadar and we have Illidan on the side of My Insanity, I wouldn't put it past them to actually pick up Rhaegar in their regard, because they already have those two double hit bar heroes. But for now, I'm expecting double warrior to come out and letting Rhaegar sit there until the last pick, because, well, SK Gaming, they do not need to pick up another support in this case.
yeah, indeed, very much. Looks like something happened in the draft. I'm not quite certain.
Nothing happened. It's Rhaegar.
It's Rhaegar coming in for My Insanity. You know, they talked about something that's going on, but I think it's just the players entering the lobby, so it's all good. All good for now. And Rhaegar, once again, okay. Interesting that My Insanity wants to go for him again. Could be indicative for more assassins to come and only go for a single warrior. And then you just take Ancestral Healing like last game. Kind of as a trade-off point. But they really want to get some more... they want to get some heroes that have a long-distance engage. Otherwise they might run into issues. Oh, and Arthas being picked up.
Arthas.
Now they really need a ranged hero.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with picking up... well, you could build Illidan as a more tanky hero, though. You have Stone Skin, you have the First Aid. You have the Metamorphosis, which gives additional health. You could build him as a brawler and then follow up with maybe something akin to a Rainer as the final pick, just to be a little bit tanky, but at the same time deal quite a bit of damage.
Oh, it's a Nubarak again by SK. So looks really similar to last game. I think Tychus was on My Insanity's side last game, right?
Yeah, Tychus was on My Insanity's side as they picked up both No, that's not true. mYi picked up Tassadar, and SK picked up Tychus and
Oh,
Faust
okay.
at the same time. And then that was when mYi got their hands on Uther and Artus, because they decided not to
Okay.
pick up Tyrael there. And
So
that
the
cost them.
swap is Uther,
Yeah.
essentially. I gotta say, I mean, looks like a good swap to me so far. Now, I'm kind of interested if they, yeah, I mean, they should be going for another assassin as their last pick. But who will they pick up? Zeratul is still an option, but then again, you have Tassadar on the opposing team with his Oracle, and that kind of diminishes his return as far as the cloaking is concerned. But you still have Void Prison, which can be useful, especially on Cursed Hollow, where you have these really narrow pathways where you can put down the Void Prison and just keep the entire opposing team out of the fight for a few seconds. What? ETC?
I'm confused here. I'm getting the feeling that this might have been a random pick. Let's see. I didn't see drafting done.
Okay.
Okay. OMG. Last pick is
Vala. Okay.
That makes a lot more sense. I mean, you're dealing with Illidan, who has no stun, you have Rhaegar, who has no stun, you have Tassadar, who has no stun, you have Arthas, who has no stun. So there's no way that unless they pick up a... it should be a warrior, I guess, that they should be picking up here.
Yeah, but who are they going to go for? Maybe Shen? But no, Tyrael's still up for grabs.
Tyrael
Let's see if mYi is going to pick up Tyrael here.
Tyrael would work wonders here, I imagine. Tyrael would work pretty well, because it would allow them to jump straight onto Vala or onto Tychus and just nuke him down with the help of Illidan there.
Yeah, you really want to get rid of one of these heroes. And, well, I mean, there's always...
Okay, it's Raynor, as expected.
Raynor, okay.
Yeah, Raynor. He's somewhat tanky and...
well, he's one of the tankiest of the assassins.
Yeah,
so,
because of regeneration.
But that's still a little bit of a squishy setup out of mYi. But that gives them the ability to do a lot of burst damage. And, I mean, they will have to play they will have to put out a good, solid early game, maybe get a couple more kills in, get ahead by a level, maybe 2, and that would give them a solid advantage later on, but they can't really get behind with this composition.
No, that's a given. Right, so we're currently waiting for all the players to get themselves into the lobby itself. I'm Technolink, I'm here with GGX Shock, and now you can see who is Technolink. Well, I'm here, hello. After all the time, it's the hype for the Technocam, right? I can just turn it off like this. Now it's gone.
That works. It's a little bit dark, but I think they can see you. Like, I would have to fix it to get your entire head in, but that's...
My entire head. Is it that big? Wow.
Well, you kind of have that giraffe thing going on, but I think that's just the angle.
Yeah, that's definitely the angle. I mean, I can turn it down, I can turn it up.
And now it's even worse.
Yeah, I know. It's a laptop. Come on, work with me, GX. I like the angle. I like the angle. It's making it funny. I mean, come on, I can just do this and then it's a lot less. I mean, but I could. I mean, at least I don't have a silly haircut. Then again, I don't have any hair, so. Well. Wow, I love the chat already. The chat is pretty funny. ETC.
Yeah, they want to see ETC.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I can do this, and then nobody sees me.
I think ETC is a hero that might be coming back into the meta eventually. He can be quite strong, especially on maps where you need that long distance engage. For example, on Blackheart's Bay, I mean, you can really turn a fight with him and the stage dive. On Cursed Hollow, I mean, it's a lot safer to just go for the long distance disrupts by Anubarak, Tychus, or Stitches. You don't really wanna jump in with a stage dive with ETC there. And looks like the players are ready, so we can jump into the game here pretty soon. I hope.
I sincerely hope so. I mean, we have 10 out of 10 ready, cast is ready, and then we can also lock in at the same time. So we're going to go get ourselves into game Number 2, SK Gaming currently 1-0 up. It's a best of 5. Curse Hollow is the next map. And this map was picked by mYi, if I'm not mistaken. Right? mYi picked Curse Hollow. Because mYi gets...
Exactly. Yep, you're right. They are the top seed, which means they got the first pick, but not the first map ban, which means this should be, that should be theirs. Alright, and we're loading into the map. 8 Bagels is asking if that wouldn't disqualify them. No, it doesn't actually, because the drafting is sometimes bugged, and if both teams agree that it was just one of those timeout random drafts, then it's quite alright. And yeah, I think both of these guys, or both of these teams, are actually really sportsmanlike, so that's how it worked out.
Right, so loading screen. Who's playing on the potato? Has to be BZ. Better have a bot than BZ. That's going to be the new catchphrase of us.
Hopefully they fixed it. They did something in between games to get it fixed, but then again, if it's been going on for the last couple of hours, then it might not be that easy to get him to stop the disconnects.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. People are like, aha, ball jokes. Well, I can make them. I mean, come on. I have some hair on the back of my head, though. But,
Alright, let's get started here. We are on Cursed Hollow, and on the left side of the map, as the blue team, we have SK Gaming, and they have Linked on Uther, Desk playing Stitches, BKB on Anubarak, and in the top lane, Zarmini on Vala. And Tychus joining the mid lane here is played by BZ.
And on the other side, it is the team of mYi with Aragi in the top lane. In the mid lane, Freds, Shinobu and Lowell. And in the bottom lane, it is going to be Ace of Spades on Rhaegar. So the gates have opened. What I expect coming out of SK, there is one brush at the bottom or at the top side of the map and on the near the hoof, and that's where they usually hide in. That's what they do every single game, and you can already see it. BKB, BZ, and Linked, they're just sitting there. It's like a bro party.
Yep, it's that bush in the middle, and if we just have a look like this, it's like really obvious in the middle. So what you usually see is just the single shot in there, or even, maybe Shinobu was actually doing it. Nope, not going for it. Seeing a storm in there just to stun those out and get the vision here. But no, they're just gonna try to get on top. BKB already getting in position, but Freds is trying to get the counter aggression going, and it looks like this is not gonna be the engagement they will have here.
Yeah, SK is way too mobile at the moment. Vala has her vault. You have Tychus with his dash. You have, of course, Anubarak with his deep tunnel. Or, well, it's not really a deep tunnel, it's a burrow charge. But still, it's so hard to actually catch onto one of these slippery critters. And that's going to be a little bit hard on the side of mYi, because if we're looking at what they've picked up, the only actual route down that they have is going to be the route coming out of Arthas. And, well, I sincerely fear for mYi's team fights, because they can not lock down either Vala or Tychus in this regard.
Yeah, both easy giants have been grabbed, and yeah, I think you're right. They're not gonna have an easy time here to lock down heroes early on. They will have to, rely on just pure damage output out of Reyna, out of Illidan, and maybe some some really good, solid body blocking. Otherwise, it's not going to work out quite as easily. There comes the stun on Freds, and he has to get away, but BZ not really following him. Lowell also getting away behind the wall. Zarmini not really putting on the pressure there, but a really solid stun coming out of BKB initially.
Yeah, very well done right there. Shinobu at the same time was coming in from the mid lane to try and help with a little bit of defense, but was immediately stopped by Link there with a hammer to the face, and well, he was like, stop, hammer time, and stopped Shinobu in his tracks. Now Link's moving back into the middle lane, going to be dealing with Tassadar right there, and for now though, BKB and BZ, they're just sitting here, they're waiting for their opportunity. And another thing that's really important here is that the top towers are now out of ammo. And that means that Aragi doesn't really have any defenses for himself. Actually, it's Freds and Milo, they're coming in. Freds in a lot of trouble, he might just go down here. One more hit, that's the end of Freds right there. Now they're onto Lowell, and Zarmini, well, can't really deal the finishing blow there.
Yeah, he did. He did get away and jump on top there, but Freds, I don't know why they actually went for that. They only had Aragi in position and no one for the lockdown, so that was a little bit risky, especially with the nice stun that you have on the Nubarak. And I don't know, not really worth it all that much. They could have just sit back and maybe wait a little until they go for the Knights. It does look like Illidan is thinking about grabbing the Knights. Nope, but he does turn back, so not gonna go for that quite yet. Instead, they're setting up to get the disrupt on here on the Knights on SK's part.
Yeah, but my Sanity is not going to be able to actually push SK off this hard camp. Shinobu, he's going to try and maybe make something happen. Actually, Linked, he runs straight into low with Shinobu and the Ace of Spades, but the knock-up coming out of BKB is more than enough. And this is the issue that SK is going to be running into, as they have to stay near their night camp, or they're going to lose it. And a beautiful interruption there by my Sanity. BKB barely escaped. No, he doesn't. It was damage over time that got him, and SK Gaming on the back foot in this fight.
Yeah, amazing steal here by them. The Knights have almost been dealt with, but yeah, getting the kill on the Nubarak and the Knights at the same time, really good timing to grab that or go for that Knights camp steal. Yeah, pretty perfect here by my Insanity, and that does give him the retribution here in the kills, 1-1, and both teams have reached level 7 now. So let's check out those talents, but we gotta check out the tribute first. The first tribute has spawned here in the bottom left side of the map, and they already tried to engage here. There comes the hook on Shinobu, and he's trapped behind there, but uses the phase shift to get away.
Yeah, Shinobu is going to be surviving this one, and the entire team of my Sanity is standing right next to him. They're going to try and get that distribute. As threat is going to be at least channeling it. Aragi now coming in. He's dealing a little bit of damage here to BKB, trying to force him away, but the shields of BKB are just a little bit too much. There's the hook of the Shinobu, but he has the dimensional shift to actually get out of there, and the fight breaks out. BKB is in a lot of trouble. He's tanking up all the damage. He might even go down, but Lowell is completely chasing him down. He's jumping onto Linked, although Lowell now getting a hammer to the face. That's going to be the stun onto Lowell. Lowell goes down, and still Linked in the background, putting down some healing with his Uther. They're desperately trying to disengage from this one, but it is going to be Descape, who has no escape, as my Insanity picks up a kill against SK, and it looks like my Insanity is a very good position right now.
Yeah, even grabbing the tribute, so 1-1 in the tribute fight right now. And yeah, I mean, I think that Stitches wanted to get Arthas there with the last hook, but that actually sacrificed himself. So I don't know, maybe not the right decision to go for him, but he thought, okay, maybe I can grab him and then try to run away. But in the end, that was his demise. And now we have the easy camp being taken in the top lane on SK's part. And the Knights will be grabbed here by my Insanity.
Yeah, so easy camp versus the hard camp. It's not really a trade you want, but it should at least put a little bit of pressure in that top lane. For now, the levels are equal. Heroic abilities now attained by the team of my Sanity. We're most likely going to be seeing the Archon coming out of Tassadar. Raynor, of course, with the Rainer's Raiders. Illidan with the Metamorphosis. Rhaegar with the Ancestral Healing. And Arthas hasn't really picked up his ultimate yet, but
I doubt that he's going for Syndragosa. You see that so rarely.
Yeah, good one.
Reyna has been picked up, probably because they had a pretty large push coming in the top lane with these Siege Giants, and with Reyna out of position, this should give them an easy time here in the top lane to take out the fort maybe, but nope, they will turn around and go for the next tribute. Or actually, nope, they're gonna go for the steal on the boss.
That's actually a smart move here by SK Gaming. They know that they have the push going in the top lane, they know they have the Siege Giants up and running, and they know that their opponents aren't going to get the curse if they lose this tribute. So they're going to go for this golem, going to pick it up, allow the golem to continue pushing together with the Siege Giants, and then maybe rotate to their own golem to try and pick that one up as well. So while my Insanity did manage to pick up the tribute, SK now rotating, moving straight to Freds. Freds popping his E, and we'll be able to actually the hook onto Freds, but
oh, and there comes the Gorge, but he won't get him quite close to the gates, but it's enough, and the body blocking coming in out of Descape. Good job, the Ancestral Healing keeping him back up, and Descape might go down here. They will turn around this fight, but the Odin form has been topped, and they can hide behind the wall. So they're in a good spot, and might even get a pickup here. Nope, there comes the retreat out of my Insanity, and they will get away here.
Yeah, my Santi actually has to retreat. They have to deal with this Grave Golem in the top lane, and that should allow SK to go for their own Grave Golem, and they're going to be picking that one up. In the meantime, let's take a quick look at the talents before we actually go any further. Stitches again going for the Slam build, as we saw last game. Tigers for the ability-based build. Same goes for Vala, who's been picking up, well, multi-shot, but hasn't picked up, well, I'm not entirely sure. I would say that Vala is going for a more attack-based build, but is going to be tossing in some abilities between shots. Uther getting a protective shield, cleanse, and dense weight stone. So it's an interesting setup here for the team of SK Gaming. On the other hand, my Santi also has some interesting talents.
Yeah, Mindsanity, they still have to deal with these minions in the top lane, but they should be going for this tribute, really. I mean, they already have 2 tributes grabbed, and now SK had enough time to actually get into position and set up this capture. There comes the Storm on Deathscape. They can disrupt for now, but now the fighting begins here. There's the ultimate out of Ulthar and getting Freds and Shinobu trapped there a little bit, but Deathscape? Nope. He couldn't quite. He did grab the tribute, but couldn't be disrupted here by Mind Sanity. I don't know why they. I don't know why they did that. They should have gotten this tribute.
Yeah, this tribute should have definitely gone over to Mind Sanity, but SK Gaming, you have to give it to them with the map advantage that they have, with the fact that they actually pulled away from the Grave Golem here, the boss camp. I like their decision making. Their decision making is fast and effective, and even though sometimes it might not work out as they suspect, there's not all that much of diddly-daddling and also second-guessing themselves. They just go for it. They make a decision and they go. And that's what I like here about the play from SK Gaming. Mind Sanity, yeah, they're reaching the point where their composition is going to be starting to hurt themselves. I mean, it's not as strong as the SK composition.
Yeah, definitely not. They should have gotten a lot better team fights and probably a lot more pickups early on. And now that we have reached that level 10 on both teams, yeah, they're a little bit more. I mean, it's not really that squishy setup that you sometimes see in the EU scene right now, but it's a little bit more geared towards that style. And they should have gotten a little bit more pickups with that. But it's still an even game. 5 forts for Mind Sanity and 6 forts for SK, and one of those forts might actually fall soon. But both teams have true tributes right now, so it's gonna be a big fight coming in here for this tribute. Right now, Mind Sanity already in position, but Link does get the disrupt off.
Yeah, very well done here. Now Fred's jumping straight into Link. Link trying to get out there. He has Lowell on his back, but the channel is still going. Ace of Spades might get a tribute here, but the slam coming out from the escape is going to be cancelling that one. Now they're onto Fred's. He gets gorged straight into Stitches. The transformation coming out as well, but the Divine Storm so late. Nicely saved there, but Link is going to be saving his team for a little bit longer. But the tribute is unguarded now by SK, and My Insanity has the health to actually start taking that one down. So I'm expecting Ace of Spades to take this tribute, and that will allow My Insanity. Oh, a beautiful heal there from Link, and a continuation of the fight. It's just such a long fight, but finally, it's most likely going to be Ace of Spades picking this one up.
Yeah, but My Insanity, they're quite low on the mana, and there comes the Disrupt again, and a nice hook on Ace of Spades, but they don't have a follow-up ready. Ace of Spades does get away, and Fred's quite low down there, Lowell as well. Fred's will go down, Lowell in trouble as well. I think Deathscape will have that hook available pretty soon here. Lowell does go in one more time, he wanted to go for BZ, but now Shinobu in trouble as well. He gets picked up, and that's 3 for 0 on SK's side, and they will go for that final pickup on the Tribute, and with that, they have the curse on their side, and a nice timing window for the boss as well. They will go for the boss. It's not gonna do that much more damage during the curse time, but that does allow them to maybe even go for the steal on the Knights on My Insanity's side of the map.
Yeah, this is a very good fight, and if I'm actually looking at the fight overall, it was the healing fountain for SK that got them back into the fight. My Insanity, they could not close the deal, and as a result, SK was able to regenerate, get a nice grenade off coming out of Zarmony, correction, out of BZ, and that allowed them to just smash this entire fight. And now, not only do they get the bottom fort, they also got the middle fort, and they're rotating over to My Insanity's boss golem. And that's going to be a very bad moment for My Insanity, as they cannot really fight. Level 16 abilities now for SK Gaming. Well, take us through them, GX.
Yeah, we have Pulverize, of course, with the Slam build on Stitches, so Hardened Focus is coming in on Uther and Rewind, as you usually see on a Nubarak. Then Blood for Blood on Bella, so giving her a little bit better fight ability there, and Stone Skin on Tychus to make him a little bit beefier. And yeah, Mind Sanity, they had to go for the defense on the Golem, which did allow SK to pick up the boss and go for the Knights. So this was really a perfect timing coming in there, winning that last team fight and going for the Tribute right after, grabbing the boss and now stealing a boss and the Knights. Just incredible for them. And this is going to pile on some real pushing power here on the mid lane and in the bot lane as well. And now even with the steal on the easy Giants, on the easy camp here. Pretty incredible by SK.
And only Shinobu and Lowell are actually dealing with the Grave Golem in the top lane. Now finally Ace of Spades decides, well, it might be time for me to join in for a little bit of additional damage. This Golem is at least going to take a little bit of the ammo away from the keep here in this top lane. However, in the bottom lane, with the Siege Giants, you already mentioned them, this is going to be at least a little bit of damage onto the keep. Fred's now in trying to engage here, but can't really get into position. Nice spikes coming out of BKB. And looks like SK Gaming is like, how about no?
Yep.
Come in, Jason.
They still have the boss in the top lane, and that's been railing away here at the keep for quite a while, and it just took the keep out. So they knew they're always going to take out one keep at least, so they don't have to over-engage here. They don't have to press on. And there comes the Gorge on Tassadar. He was still in his ultimate form, but will be popping out now and taking a lot of damage. Does get away with the phase shift. There comes the stun follow-up, but he is far enough out. Lowell also popping in there and getting BKB. There comes the Ancestral Healing, keeping him alive. Fred's quite low though. Linked also pretty low. He does go down. Lowell jumps on top of him. And they're trying to go for the chase here. Mind Sanity definitely doing a good job fighting back, but they did lose their keep, so they have to make something solid happen here, and it looks like it does work. Taking out 3 heroes for nil. Really good job here by Mind Sanity, getting back into this game, but they're still on the back foot with that top keep gone.
Yeah, the top keep is going to be pressuring their top lane, or rather, all the catapults in top lane are going to be pressuring their base every single time. However, with 36 seconds still on Stitches and SK not in the position to actually combat distribute, SK Gaming has to be a little bit careful here that they don't lose any forts. If they can contain the loss of forts to maybe 2 forts at most, then they are still in a very good position. But Mind Sanity, they should use this one to turn things around. The amount of forts that they have to take to actually get themselves ahead in experience is 3. If they manage to do that, then SK might be facing a loss here.
Yeah, they don't have quite the massive pushing power that SK just had, but they picked up the curse at the perfect timing. SK was still out of position, so they got that bottom fort without any real issues, and now will try to rotate towards mid. I don't think that's the best idea, but on the way towards top, they might be able to pick up the Knights, and then go for the top fort instead once they see that SK is owning position here.
Yeah, and the nice damage already being dealt to the gate here in the bottom lane by the creep. Same goes for the top lane though, so this is a very good situation for Mind Sanity. If they so desire, they can also just push the middle lane. Hook.
The hook was so close on Lowell. It should have actually went through, but I think, yeah, that was incredibly close. The curse will still be up for 10 more seconds, so they try to go for the top fort. It already took quite a bit of damage here by these, by being cursed and having a massive minion wave pushing on top of it, and now Lowell jumping in there. So they will get all 3 forts in a single curse. Not bad out of Mind Sanity.
Yeah, this at least puts them equal with SK Gaming, and now we're looking at equal in experience, equal in tributes, which means that the coming 2 tributes, SK can just say, okay, we don't want a tribute, we want to go for the golem. Speaking of going for the golem, the bottom golem boss camp is going to be respawning in less than well, it's already there, so...
it's there already, yeah. And SK, they know that it's up, they know they only have a short amount of timing, but Clairvoyance has been popped here on Mind Sanity's pot. They know SK is coming, and now, oh, BKB wants to go for the steal, but he's taking a lot of damage. Healing does come in, and Lowell gets picked up. Oh, even, I think even getting Rhaegar in that engagement, and Aragi goes down. Fred's caught in the middle there, and there goes the capture on the Golem here by SK Gaming. They picked the perfect timing, and even though Mind Sanity had the vision with the Clairvoyance, they couldn't do anything about it. BKB was just so solid there in the middle, just jumping in, and I gotta
BKB,
say, I mean, Uther did a
he did what
good
he had
job
to,
keeping him alive.
but BKB did what he had to do. He picked up, he jumped in, tanked a lot of the damage, and now it is going to be SK. They know that they have about 30 seconds to do this core, and they should be able to do that. I mean, it's not really a bold statement, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I can that this is game over. SK going 2-0 against mYi in the best of 5.
So far, not looking all too good here for mYi. I mean, they almost make the comeback happen, but dying at such an inopportune moment there. Just when just when that boss could have been theirs. Maybe they should have just backed off and dealt with the golem, because at that point it was still pretty much even. Problem was their keep has been taken out, and with that keep gone, they can go straight for the dive on the core, and that's exactly what SK did.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it worked out quite well for them.
Yeah, and that was the biggest thing. You saw how Freds was forced to keep himself on the beacon, and because he was on the beacon, he couldn't really contribute to the fight. And SK just capitalized on the fact that mYi really wanted that Grave Golem. And yeah, I have to agree completely with you that giving up the Grave Golem would have been a lot better, given the fact that they were so close in that experience. And maybe if they got their level 20 abilities, they could have had Resurgence of the Storm and at least deal with the push coming out of SK. And I'm actually looking at the stream right now with the Golem happening again. So what happens there is basically the Golem is engaged upon. The team of SK, they know that it is going down. That's a certainty. BKB coming in with the spikes here, just trying to knock up the team, and they're almost there, mYi. And BKB, he comes in right into the fight. He's onto Lowell, and then Zarmany comes in with a lot of his damage, and he's completely ignored. Zarmany is allowed to just deal all of his damage in the fight, and mYi does not deal with Zarmany, and that allows SK to just immediately wipe out their team and push through the win.
I'll actually show the entire fight again, because that was incredibly vital here. You can see, as you said, the boss almost going down, and BKB picking the perfect moment to jump in there. Before that, we actually had a hook attempt out of Deathscape, which didn't do all that much, but then BKB jumping in, and he knows, okay, I'm taking a lot of damage, but Uther going straight for the heal and keeping him alive for quite some time, and then an amazing stun out of a Nubarak, getting 4 heroes on mYi's part, not doing anything. And yeah, with that, they definitely can turn around this fight. Got Shinobu out of the engagement as well, and then mYi doesn't have any more damage dealers to actually turn this around. Araragi also caught out of position, and they just all fall so quickly. So a perfect fight at just the right time for SK. And with that, I think we should be taking a short commercial break, and we'll be right back with the third game here in the grand finals of the Heroes Premier League playoffs.
Yeah. See you in a bit.